Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I think everyone has joined now. Okay, okay. So all of you are from new batch, or were you there with me in the last class also? Okay, okay. So since this class is going to be about how to write UPSC mains answer, okay, even for the last class, people who were there in my last class, even they can, there are new things that I have added for you people and for the new one as well. Okay, so let us begin. I would like to start this session with some pearls of wisdom, which I would like to share with all of you. Like the pearl of wisdom in the sense, in this journey of UPSC civil services preparation, how you are about to, or you are supposed to be doing the do's and the don'ts. Other than that, there are some pearl of wisdom that you need to do. So I'm going to take one by one. Is it fine? Okay, the first is, from now onwards, whatever lecture you are attending, make sure you are not just focusing on the academic part. Try to read between the lines as well. In the class, when the teacher is teaching you, I can tell you from my own experiences, what is most important is sometimes when a teacher is teaching you, listen to each and every word, because from his learning, you can get to know few very important things in life, which will help you, because for others, there is no time anymore because the UPSC limit is over, but you still have it and you are lucky. So if you want to avail that opportunity and you want to succeed, it's better to learn from their mistakes. So for that, you need to listen to the non-academic things that they are discussing as well, because sometimes there is a lot to learn from other than the academic part. Am I clear with the first pearl of wisdom? Okay, I'm not going to drag it too much. It's just that we all are smart people. So you people will learn it from the straight lines, right? Second is, when there is a class going on, and especially when there is a electronic screen behind, and then suppose, for example, there is a map behind me and I'm taking some class. At that time, what you need to focus on is, stop focusing on what is written on the back. As a student, I also used to do that I used to focus on, I'm like listening half to this what the teacher is saying. I used to put half my mind on seeing what is written on the back, and I used to try to write it in my copy as if that thing won't be provided to me later on. So what you need to do is try to listen to the teacher, try to listen what is being conveyed to you. That thing you can get it later on as well. Trust me, there is nothing new which is written behind. Everything you will have in your book. What is better is try to listen what the teacher is saying. Am I clear? Okay, good. Then the third point I would like to say is, you have to take it easy. uh, don't take it like this, oh, I'm going for the UPSC lecture, for example. I have got so many questions, I'm so anxious, I have got, like, I have got a curious mind, I need to ask so many questions. If you will go with such things in mind, then all your focus would be when the time will come to ask the question. And in that, what you will end up doing is, actually you won't be able to give your 100% of the brain to listening to what the teacher is telling you. In the end, you will only grab 50% of what the teacher has taught, because 50% of your mind was when the time will come for the questions. Last time in my last lecture, what I saw was, I was going to anyhow explain about the answer writing tips in the end, but then everybody was asking, and with the typing, texting messages and all, okay, ma'am, when will you tell about that? When will you do that? Everything was obviously coming on its own time. So same will happen in the lecture as well. So take it, and trust me, those of you who will take each and every word that I'm saying seriously and implement in your life, it's only going to benefit you people, and you will see in the long run how the result will be different from what it can be or what it will be. Am I clear? Am I clear here? Okay. So the thing is this, you will get a recorded version of this video also, so you can see it later on. But right now, whatever I'm saying, let's have a conversation. Like, you don't have to write down anything I'm saying. So the last point is, put your pen down. Not everything needs to be written down. Trust me, you have very less time. For example, for those of you starting, maybe you have 3 years, 4 years, or maximum 6 years. Trust me, even 6 years is very less. If you are not focused, the same thing will keep happening again and again. So what is required is, because the time is less, it's better to listen and only listen and try to grab whatever is as much as you can from the lecture itself. Because back home, you will never open those pages that you have, where you have jotted out whatever I'm telling you. Is that clear? Okay. With this, the pearl of wisdom is done. I hope and I expect from that, whatever I'm going to teach you now, you are going to apply the pearl of wisdom to that class. Like, you are not going to focus on somewhere else. You have to use your eyes not to see the screen, but to listen again. Give all your senses to grabbing whatever is being conveyed to you. Is it clear? So with this, we are going to start with the don'ts rather than the do's. Like I said before also, 99% of the classes that you will see online on YouTube will tell you what to do for something to get success in UPSC, be it mains, pre, or interview, or anything. What these people are not telling you is what are the don'ts. So that, because for aspirants, most important thing is to know what not to do in that limited period of time that you have. So we will start with the don'ts. The first don'ts is for the mains answer writing. Since this lecture is about mains answer writing, the first lecture is, do not over emphasize or don't be too much into learning about the directives, UPSC directives, because whenever I'm sure maximum of you students will be doing the same thing, thinking about, oh, this question is asking elaborate, so let's just learn the difference between comment, elaborate, examine, illustrate, discuss. So this thing can be ignored. I am coming to why. Because you all are beginner as of now. Since you all are beginner, trust me, even after 2 years or 3 years, students who will be re-attempting, you will not know the difference still. Why? Because you try to rectify all these things. These things will not come to you with rectifying. These things are best learned with experience. So the answer writing practice and practice and practice. You need to do answer writing practice, and you need to do everything just like in a flow. For example, I have make a plan also. For example, first 3 months you can write like, okay, fine, even this is fine if you are checking the question, doing a research on internet, then writing the answer. First 3 months, if you keep on doing it, because the purpose is practicing, not to be perfect right from the beginning. How will you become perfect? By doing mistakes, learning from the mistake and working from them. And then this is how the vicious cycle will keep going. And that is how you will keep on honing your skill, the result of which will be you as being perfect in UPSC answer writing. Am I clear here? Okay. UPSC directives, we will come to that, because I explained you people, it doesn't mean I won't be taking up the directives today. I will take that, but then I would like to have just a normal conversation in the way you can have a brief idea, but then you are not going to, how many times it will start? I didn't get your question. See, the thing is this, I'm again repeating the same thing. You don't have to overemphasize on the directives. You will learn, you will get to know with your experiences of answer writing, from where we can do daily practice of Okay, you can, I think there are tests happening in your institute also, in Raj Malhotra IAS. So there, and even if it's not that, I think weekly also, if twice a week you are having tests, that is more than enough. And because we are coming to that part, like there is a time that you need to give to NCRT also. I will be discussing about the plan also. We will come to that later on. Is it okay? So this is the first don't that you will learn with the answer writing practice, because ultimately after 6 months you guys will see that you will be perfect if you keep on doing it. You will know yourself with your experience how you can differentiate between discuss, examine, illustrate, because the more you will practice, and every time, for example, if you practice, then you can see what is expected out of the answer. The examiner will tell you, you will learn from your mistake, you will do a research while writing answer in the beginning. So that is how it is best to learn it that way, rather than just me just telling you, oh, write down student, discuss is like this, elaborate is like that. We are not going to do that. Okay. Second don't is, when you are writing a UPSC answer, mains answer, what you people are doing, I have seen, like I told in the previous lecture also, you people just see the main topic, and what you people are doing is you are writing just stories on whatsoever you know about that topic. That is not the demand of the question. That is not what the examiner is expecting out of you. This is not something which is going to lend you marks just because you think. That is the reason why so many people I see complain, oh, we to knew so much, the exam was good, my answers were so nice, I took extra sheet, for example, but even then my score was so less. The reason was you didn't write what the examiners were expecting, or the question was asking of you. You just wrote what you knew. Am I clear with this? Don't. Okay. Third, you don't have to be scared of the long question. Suppose I see people, there are that read the question. If the question is just to trick you, it's to actually, this examination is all about taking the best out of the good. You're getting? So you all are good. You all are hardworking. But then there is a difference between hard work only and then hard work plus smart work. So you don't have to be scared of the long questions. There is always a way out behind that long question. The demand is very simple, and if you have already read about it in the current affairs or some books, it will never seem tough to you. So don't get scared, because our minds start acting that way. Oh, the paper is very tough. If you start seeing the first question and then you will say overall, oh, these questions, you don't even read it properly, and then you are saying, because we have less time, we have a less time. So in that short time, how your brain reacts, if you remain cool, trust me, you will score better. Is it clear? Okay. Okay. Next is, if there is a reason behind why in the 15 marker and 10 marker, there is a word limit. What you people are doing, you people don't see, because this is a mistake I'm coming across mostly. The students just think कि निपटाना है, बस आंसर लिखना है हमें, और टीचर तो अच्छे नंबर दे देगा just because हमने लिखा है उसके बारे में. You have to understand that the question has many parts. If you will keep writing too many words, for example, then suppose आपने introduction में you have hardly written anything, in the body you are writing way too much, and in the conclusion you haven't again written anything. So there has to be a proper division, and you have to keep the word limit to get good marks. Am I clear? Because the examiner is expecting you to be smart, in answer writing. That smartness should be reflected in your answers, that the student has written short and crisp. This is what they are expecting. Am I clear over here? Wait, ma'am, sometimes while writing, we are not able to retain any fact or quotes. In such case, how to make answers stand out? Okay, I'll tell you. Good question you have asked. See, quotes people are expecting generally in ethics, right? For that, I will suggest you, rather than learning what the students are doing, they are learning specific codes. They will learn so many codes that, okay, we have to learn histories related these codes. Then, and you know, the sheet end up being 10 sheets of codes. You can't do that. We are human beings. We have a limited capacity, right? We are not God. Again, the smartness will, you know, be required. Here, what we will do, we will just take general codes. That is the smartness. Instead of the 10 pages codes, you just write few codes that can be applied in multiple conditions. So take one sheet. I'm coming to first question first. Take one sheet, write limited codes, and then learn it by heart, because it is impossible for you to learn 10 sheets of codes. Just learn one sheet. Make a list of 10 codes. Focus on the general one. Is that okay? Wait, let me see the second doubt also. Make a flow between intro and body, like in question contrast, and let's find out. Okay. See, you don't have to necessarily make a flow between intro and body. What people are expecting is, no, I will come to the bullet point and everything. Don't worry. I'm telling Adi. Okay, I'm answering him first. How to make a flow between intro and body? It is not necessary to make a flow. What is more important is what we are looking out for when we say okay, the flow is not there or the continuity is not there. In the introduction, if you are writing something, then it has to be in a flow. But if you are giving a body, you can start it with a heading or subheadings. I have always mentioned to the students in the sheet also. Without heading, how can you expect? You have to create a continuity. If there is a question, for example, we will take the question also in the after the session. I'll give you a few samples and I will tell you how to write. So the flow is expected, like in a body, there should be a flow. Why I write that there is a poor flow or continuity? Because students are writing without any proper structuring. They don't give heading, they don't give subheading. They just want to write, okay, we have limited time. We just keep on writing whatever is there. Is it clear? How to self-evaluate? That will come, that will take time. Like I said, a 1 year time, 3 months, you have to do it on your own. Next 3 months, after a year, you'll be able to self-evaluate also. And is it okay to write answers in bullet point? Always. Yeah, mostly it is okay, but not always, depending on the question. Better subheading. Better subheading, obviously, you if whenever required, you have to give a heading. It is important because the best way, okay, fine, all the answers in one I am answering. Self-evaluate wali baat bhi I will take. The first question also and the third question जो भी आया है, उन सबका आंसर सिर्फ यही है. आप अपना आंसर एक बार खुद से पढ़ें. आपको खुद पता चल जाएगा एज एन इवैल्यूएटर जब आप पढ़ेंगे कि ओ गॉड दिस इज अ मैस, क्योंकि मैं आई एम नॉट एबल टू रिलेट टू द क्वेश्चन व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग एंड व्हाट आई एम गिविंग, एंड आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग it like whatever I know. You will get to know it yourself. Next question, stop. Ma'am, I have been finding myself writing paragraphs in answer rather than points. It's okay. Paragraph is not an issue. It's okay. That will come with practice. The flowchart thing. The more you will learn, you are a beginner. You can't expect yourself to be a perfect person in just such a short time. Like I said, that's why I said we will divide. I will tell you the plan, 3 months, how you will be, then next 3 months. Everything will come in time. Is that okay? Yeah, conclusion has to be there. Even if it's one liner, it has to be there. Okay, stop now. We will move to the don'ts again. So the don't cross word limit is okay. Now the fifth don't is, okay, sometimes I see people writing, okay, we are coming to the introduction, stop asking questions. I'm coming about the introduction only, listen to me. In the introduction, I see people writing like as if it's a newspaper headline. The president said this on this date. You are not supposed to be doing that. It has to be some, you can take example from a current affair. for example, if the question is asking you about the left-wing extremism, then if there's anything in the news, then you can talk about that. That recent case of this will tell this. Then you can, that is how you can relate it. Okay, fine. Okay, why this question has been asked? For example, the Citizenship Amendment Bill, for example, you can talk about some news, but then that can't be quoted from the newspaper. Am I clear over here? Okay. Now, the sixth don't is, okay, the sixth don't is don't be general. You can't, I see people writing, it is again about the same thing that we have discussed in the previous points also. You have to be specific. There will be people who will know, like you all are, for example, prelim qualified people, only the prelim qualified students are writing mains, right? And everyone who's writing mains is good enough, I'm sure. Everyone who's hardworking, even those, everyone is like capable enough. So the basic thing that everyone will know. If you are expecting to clear the mains exam, don't you think you should stand out? And how will you do that? You will do that by only writing specific. Don't write general. You think you have done your part. No, you have not done your part. In fact, you have created a bad impression in front of the examiner, who may not give you as good marks in the next answer only because he saw your previous answer. And the first answer was like, for example, the first answer made such an impression that this guy only have the idea, general idea. And even if the last answer tak aate aate aapne koi bahut acha answer bhi likha hua, but ek image ban jati hai ki okay fine, this is what is there in the answers. So don't do that. Try to follow this point. This is very important. Am I clear over here? Okay. Next point, seventh point is do not overwrite and do not beat around the bushes. The examiners are smart enough. Like the UPSC examiner are even more experienced. They are very, very smart. So they will know what you are trying to do. Don't play with them. I can't see the question. Can somebody write again? What was the question? Wait. Ma'am, about the question directives, why shouldn't we pay much attention to it? Where were you when I was explaining you twice and thrice the same thing, and now you are asking me the same question? Maybe you have joined the class later. Okay, so Mr. Amritanshu, the thing is this, ki you are not supposed to focus on directive because you people are the beginner. Okay, I'm coming to that also. Wait, everyone stop asking question. Let me take Amritanshu question first. See, you don't have to pay much attention, like because you are a beginner. You don't have to overemphasize on, oh, what is the difference? You can't do it. Actually, it will come with the practice of answer writing. It will not come by learning or checking online, like what Baiju is writing, what IS Baba is writing, what Raj Malhotra IS is telling. You don't have to do that. You have to learn this thing with experience of answer writing. Ultimately, you will know, the more you will write answers, then only you will learn it by heart. Otherwise, after every lecture, even if I tell you the directives, today also I'll tell you something about it, but then trust me, you will forget it again, because this is not how it is done. It is not done in classes. It is done by practice. Am I clear, Amritanshu? Okay. Next is somebody was asking me beat around the bush. Okay, it means this, that you know a certain topic and you are just writing only about that. Even when the question is asking a limited portion of that, but because you know way too much, so you are pouring it out in the copy. This is beating around the bush. कि जो चीज पूछी गई है वो नहीं बात कर रहे हैं, आप जो है इधर उधर की बात कर रहे हैं. Am I clear? Okay, Mr. Galaxy M12. Okay, ma'am, everyone is writing in the same way, like social, economic factors. See, do you really think so everyone is writing in the same way? No, because you are not an examiner. That's why you cannot see the difference. There is a way. That's why we ask you to focus on structuring. Why we ask you to give heading, subheading. In that short amount of time, when there is a time limit, you people, trust me, are not writing the same thing at all. Nobody is writing actually the economic, social and all. In fact, they will just write economic factor, anything, because they will think, हाँ हमने अपना काम कर दिया है. But it's all about your presentation. Word limit, you can write within the word limit also, not an issue. you have to give whatever the question is asking. That is what the examiner is looking out for. General point and specific point. General point and specific point, yes, I will explain again. Ayushi Raj. General point is, suppose the question is about, okay, revolt of 1857, for example. And the question is like, I cannot give you an example right now. We will take questions in the end. But for example, about the revolt of 1857, the question has asked about, okay, we can take example of American Revolution and French Revolution, how they are together shaping this modern world. If this question is there, so everyone will know what is general is. Everyone will think you have to write about American Revolution and you have to write about French Revolution, and let us just write anything about it. This is general just because the main theme is about them. But the smart student will write the specific point, will keep in mind what and how and what part of American and French Revolution is expected out from the question. This is what the difference between general and basic is. Am I clear? Okay. Dhananjay Singh. Ma'am, should we write manipulating statements in intro or conclusion? Manipulating statements, I'm sorry, I didn't get it. I'm not understanding the question of Dhananjay Singh. Manipulating the statements in intro and conclusion. I will come to the intro and conclusion part. We will cover it later on. Next, Bushra Fatma is asking, should we start answer writing from now, or we complete the syllabus, then we begin to write the answer? No, you need to start answer writing right now, because there is no such thing as don't be like a robot. Like I have to finish the syllabus and then I'll do it. You have to enjoy answer writing. This is a very important thing. Don't take it as a burden on you. You have to say, okay, fine, as a time pass, I will do that. Answer writing, and even if at this stage, if the syllabus is not complete, then there is no issue. Even if you don't know what is American Revolution, it's okay. Go to Google, check out Google. Then check out American Revolution, read about it. Then French Revolution, read about it. Check the question. If the question has asked examine, then go to the Google, search what is the meaning of examine in UPSC mains. Then write your answer, submit to the examiner. He will tell you your faults. That is how you will improve. Because what is written in the book, syllabus is entirely different thing. Current affair is entirely different thing. आपको उसकी आदत पड़ेगी. आपके पास टाइम नहीं है. अगर आप 1 year का सोचते हैं प्रिपरेशन करने में, तो 6 महीने तो ऐसे ही चले जाएंगे हमारे पास. We have to do smart work. Am I clear over here, Bushra Fatma? See, fact and concept, do you think they are different? The facts are a part of concept only, right? So they are no different. Am I clear over here, Rahul Nair? Everything will depend on the question. Who answers in 2 hours? And by that time, I reach the next question. To develop patience while answer writing. Galaxy M12. This patience will come to you with practice. No other solution is there. In the beginning, it is bound to happen, and you just don't have to get over stress about it. Take it easy, like I said in the beginning. Do not over stress. Everything will be fine. It's all about the mind game. If you will keep your mind calm, then it's going to be good. Fact in the sense, numerical things. Rahul Nair, see, the thing is this key concept is always better. Facts in a certain limit. If you go too much into the detail of the facts, like suppose you are giving a very big number, that is not required out of you. Use it smartly. Make smart use of fact and basic use of concept. Concept has to be there everywhere. Facts, you mean to say data and all. Statistics, they put it only where there is where it is required. That is what I said. You will know. How will I know, ma'am, where to write? This will come with practice, right? I said the examiner will. We are here to tell you that only. That okay, fine. Don't put it here. Write facts here. So keep learning from your mistakes, and then you'll do better. That is what we are asking you to do. This is what answer writing practice is going to give you. Like Bushra Fatma asked, that's why I said to her that don't wait for you to finish the syllabus. You have to start it ASAP. Am I clear over here? Next, the 8th don'ts is very, very important from you. For you people, which I'm going to take very seriously. And this is a warning also to all of you submitting the answers in the next test. Do not write poor language. Do not submit blurred sheet. Do not do numbering like I see people writing one se start kar rahe hain. And they are not giving any heading, any subheadings. They are just putting one and writing something, two, writing something. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not a KG class. UPSC has a certain format and you're supposed to follow it. It has to be there. Introduction and conclusion, mostly majority of you are not focusing. That's why I'm not giving anybody more than 4. Hardly I'm giving 4 also. Nobody is getting more than 3.5. You people need to be very sensible. Promise me right here that you guys are going to ensure that better copies are going to be submitted. The world history, I have written, I think, on 6-7 sheets. I haven't checked because I am like, this is showing a very casual attitude. This is not acceptable. You have to understand that अभी से आप अगर यूपीएससी का समझ के नहीं देंगे ये टेस्ट, nothing is going to happen. Handwriting matters a lot. It matters a lot because you know what? The examiner gets happy seeing neat answers. Trust me. If you people are going to learn from it. Trust me, you people will benefit in your mains answer in the final exam also if you will work on it right now. Please ensure that you people are following the format that we are going to tell you today, because I don't want bad copies. And I don't like it when I see blurred sheets and I have written on near around 7 to 8 copies that they won't be evaluated as a punishment. You start writing right now, Shubhajit Bhattacharya. You have to start writing from right now. There's no limit for answer writing. Start it right now. You will enjoy it a lot. And numericals of 10 basics, physics, I think you can they are very basic. Come on, I think it's okay. You can learn it. Mr. Tariq Mir. They're easy. They're not tough. Just 10th class. 12th one is not required. Okay. So this format I don't want anybody writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are not kids. Come on. Bullet points you have to use. You have to focus on introduction. I want an introduction. I want a very good conclusion, and I want a good and nicely structured body with headings and subheadings. Will you all do it in your next test, please? Please, I really hope, because you guys will do great in exams if you will learn from right now. Because otherwise, I will think this lecture is of no use. Because if you are not learning from your mistakes, there is no point. You can, yeah, a bullet point is good, but then bullet point doesn't have to be like you are starting with a bullet point. Introduction have to be there. Introduction is very important. Is it clear? Okay, with this, we will come to the last and the 9th. Don't do hard work without smart work. This, I think we have already discussed. I have already discussed. No, modern history office I haven't checked. I haven't got so far. When I'll check, I will check it. World history I have checked. So don't do hard work without smart work. We have discussed it. Ma'am, difference between hard work and smart work. Akash. Okay, Akash, hard work and smart work. Hard work alone is not going to lend you anywhere. When we see, for example, I won't give a very bad example of donkey and that, a horse, but then there is a difference between somebody who is just, aiming without any aim. If you keep on working hard, then there is no point. But if you see your goal and you are so focused and then you are working hard for it, then the success chances of success rate is very high. Am I clear over here? Am I clear over here? Okay. So with this, we are done with the don'ts. Now we will come to the do's. Like first we started with the pearl of wisdoms. Then we discussed the don'ts. Like these are the strict no's. You don't have to do that. Please follow the don'ts. Don'ts is much more important than do's. So the main class is already over. Trust me, if you follow those 9 don'ts, you will get better result in UPSC mains. I can tell you for sure. With this, we will come to the do's. First do is quality is more important than quantity while preparing for UPSC exam. Okay, how to put it? Quality is more important than quantity. If I see people 99%, why the UPSC exam is not tough. The UPSC aspirants we see, oh, so many lakhs of students are appearing, hardly less than 1% get selected, because that less than 1% is actually focusing on the quality, not the quantity. They are those smart people who know that reading the same book 10 times is better than reading the 10 books once. Am I clear over here? Or should I elaborate it? Should I elaborate? Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. You don't have to restrict yourself at all. You don't have to restrict yourself from learning, but you have to learn from the same source, because learning from the same source and revising it again and again is what is going to lead you to the success. Is that clear, Ayushi Raj? Full sentence points. Right now we are focusing on the don'ts, Lokeshwar Sahu. Full sentence points, I didn't get it. You can take it in the end. Full sentence point you can write, it's okay, not an issue. So quality is more important than quantity. So NCERT को आप basic मान लो, उसके अलावा आप सिर्फ एक book लो. For example, I will tell you one example. आपने अगर if you have taken simple NCERT in polity, along with that, if Lakshmikant you are reading, you don't have to book and see any other, be it for mains or pre or even for interview. This is more than enough, along with the newspaper and current affair. Similarly, the same thing goes for economy, all the NCERTs and Ramesh Singh, for example. The main key is learning and learning so many times that you will become the master of that book. Same thing is for even for the geography. If you go for just the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th NCERT with few selective topics from GC Leong, I don't think so you have to read any other book. Why to waste time on Majid Hussain then, when you can just do it in such a small syllabus? Am I clear? No, the coaching is going to provide you very good material. Mr. Raj Malhotra is keeping that thing in mind, that they want to provide you one-stop solution through their books. So I don't think so you have to go for any other book. You have to trust the coaching. That is the most important thing which the students are not doing, because of which they'll end up in trouble. Learning a static portion from, exactly, Galaxy M12. Yes, you can do that. Then NCERT and institution book will be enough. Yes, Amritanshu, it will be enough. Ma'am, coaching is providing material. Ye ho gaya. Okay, Ayushi Raj is asking, there are so many subjects, how to distribute the time in revising all. Okay. The subject time, you can divide it like that. Why do you have to think subjects are so many? Don't take it like that. The subjects are not too many. Take it like that, environment, and there is history. Take history as one. Don't take it like modern, medieval, ancient, art and culture, and then world history. Take history as one. Like when you are studying history, it has to be only history. Then you have polity, then you have geography. Don't do it like Indian world physical type. Okay. Then you have economics. Yeah, institution books are sufficient. And I'm sure maybe you will be provided with NCERT summaries as well. Then you don't have to go anywhere else for the NCERT summaries as well. Yeah, it's enough. Are you finding it good? Are you finding the institution material good? The problem is, you know what? You people don't open it that much. That is the reality. What we end up doing is we are looking into the book also, we are looking that also. You don't have to do that. Trust the coaching that you have chosen, and they are here for you. We read one subject. Wait. Galaxy M12 is asking. We read one subject and then write answers for that subject, and we forget about the previous subject. This will not happen if you will actually make a timetable and continue doing it. The answer writing has to be there only for 1 hour. You don't have to do it for more than 1 hour every day. The time has to be divided in that way. 3 hours to NCRTs and 3 hours to the coaching material would be enough, along with 1 hour of answer writing, I guess, and 2 hours of 2 hours of newspaper. I think 8 hours anybody can give. It's not too much to ask from you people, right? Am I clear here? Okay, somebody, Yushi Raj is saying class notes are also very comprehensive. This is where the smart work will call you for. What you can do, I will suggest is take the copy, the material which coaching is providing you. Take that topic which has taken place in the class, see the class notes and read the class notes the same day. When you go back home, read the class notes and the same topic from the book, and write whatever you find extra from the class, the coaching material in the class notes. After those notes, add on, and this way what will happen is, in the class note copy only, after all the notes, you will keep on adding more pages of from the main जो coaching material is providing you. This way in your class notes only, जब आपके पास revision का time आएगा, तो आपको सिर्फ क्लास नोट कॉपी ही पढ़नी होगी. यू कैन थ्रो द कोचिंग मटेरियल. बाय, क्योंकि उसमें से जो भी था, जो कोचिंग ने प्रोवाइड किया, वो सब आपने कॉपी में लिख लिया है. और जब आप लिखते हैं तो आपका रिवीजन डबल होता है और बहुत अच्छा होता है. Am I clear over here? Are you going to do that and follow the step? Let's not talk about the test copies right now. We can talk about that later on. Right now, we are talking about the very important topic. So, is it clear to you people? Ayushi Raj, class notes issue thing is solved. Am I audible? Okay. Okay, you have college. How can you manage? Exactly. Mr. Akash, okay, if you have college, then you can manage. You can give, instead of 8 hours, you can give 4 hours easily, right? And give 8 hours on Sunday and Saturdays. See, the problem which is coming, Sanjana Kesharvani, as the new subject starts, we forget some previous subject covered. How can we do the revision as our schedule is tight? Do you have classes from Monday to Saturday or Monday to Friday? No, you can't mention introduction, body, conclusion. That don't have to be. That is not written. Then you have Saturday, Sunday, right, Sanjana? So Saturday, Sunday, you do the revision only. Don't do anything else. Is it clear? Okay. So I was so engrossed with the question and answers that is going on since long that I forgot which point was the last in the do's. I think start with the basic. Quality is more important than quantity was the first one. Now we are on the second do's, which is start with the basic. It is this point I have already covered. Start with the basic. Read, reread NCERT along with one basic book. No more book is required. Just one basic book along with NCERT, and we have already discussed that coaching material is already also there. So I think that is more than enough. What is most important is revision. Give Saturday, Sunday to revision. Revise, 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 revise. And revision will make you so efficient that you will not never ever forget. The only reason why we forget is because we are checking out too many sources. With this, we come to the third do's, which is, okay, this point also we have discussed. You can easily manage your preparation by giving your Saturday, Sunday man garage. You need to give Saturday, Sunday. You are a professional, it's okay. You can manage it. Give every day 2 hours. Give answer writing 45 minutes. And give 45 minutes to learning the basic book. Start with NCERTs. Don't read the basic book. Go with the NCERT. Read NCERTs every day, 45 minutes to 1 hour. Give to that, and give 1 hour to answer writing and newspaper. Am I clear? Give 45 minutes to answer writing, 45 minutes to NCERT, and 45 minutes to newspaper. That is how you have to divide your time. So I hope you can give that much time. Sawa 2 ghante is not big, right? You will get to know Lokeshwar from the feedback that you are improving. With this, we will come to the third do's, which is stop thinking that you can write answer only after becoming expert. Shweta's NCERT or NIOS notes. I think the coaching has provided you NIOS notes. They are very good. So the coaching material, which is, I think the coaching is also planning to come up with some material in which the NIOS will also be merged. That way you'll be having more time. Am I clear? But NCERT, I will suggest, it's not a big thing. Trust me, NCERT is basic. You can finish your NCERT book in 1 day. Trust me. Only if you will think and take it as lightly as possible. It's all a mind game, nothing else. Okay. So the third point was stop thinking that you can only start answer writing once you have become expert of the topic. Like I said, I think we have discussed this point already in too much detail. आप किसी भी स्टेज पे हो, आप जस्ट नाउ बिगिनर हैं, आप गूगल पे सर्च करके आंसर लिखिए, बट दिस इज द टाइम फॉर यू टू स्टार्ट बिकॉज वी हैव लेस टाइम. सो आंसर राइटिंग के लिए आप हमेशा प्रिपेयर हो. क्या होगा, आधे नंबर आएंगे, 0 मिलेगा, मगर 0 से ही जर्नी होगी स्टार्ट अगर, तो अल्टीमेटली वो आपकी 5 मार्क तक पहुंच जाएगी होपफुली. ओके, विद दिस, इसी बात से मैं एक एग्जांपल दूंगी आपका कि हम लोगों को ये लगता है कि हमारे पास द मोर द नॉलेज वी हैव, हम कितना लर्न करते रहेंगे, तो दैट इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द quality of the answer writing that we are giving, right? Because there is a directly proportional relationship between the more the hard work you put, the more the knowledge you gain is directly proportional to the quality of the answer that you are giving in mains. ये एक एस्पेक्ट है, बट एट द सेम टाइम दूसरा एस्पेक्ट ये भी है, द मोर द आंसर प्रैक्टिसिंग यू विल डू इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द मोर द नॉलेज यू विल gain, and which will ultimately lead you to write good answers. Am I clear? Am I clear in my last point? Okay. Galaxy M12 again is you are asking me notes of current events. No, you don't have to make notes of current event. Don't do that mistake. We don't have time. It's better. I'm sure there is a prelim current affairs going on. See the videos and listen to the videos first. Attend the classes. When you will know the topic at least twice, then write down the third time in order to revise. This way, this is a good way of learning, because right now if you will only the first time you will start writing it, your focus again. मैंने first pearl of wisdom क्या दिया था? Galaxy M12. The pearl of wisdom was stop looking at the back, what is there written, and not everything needs to be jotted down. So listen to the video, check what they are telling you, or attend the class. Then once you know the topic well, because you have given full 100% all the senses to the what the teacher is telling you about the current affair topic, so now you have a good idea about it. Then when you will write it, trust me, because it will be your revision. There is no better revision than writing it, because two way you are feeding it in your mind. एक तो मेमोरी कहाँ की होगी, आइज की, दूसरा जो आप लिख रहे हो वो उसकी, और तीसरा ब्रेन की, बिकॉज आप ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो, याद कर रहे हो कि क्या क्या था. एम आई क्लियर? प्रेरणा जुनेदा इज आस्किंग क्लास 12 अभी किया है. Okay, fine. This year only I complete my 12th and I started the coaching. So how can I prepare for my writings and manage time? Also, I'm trying to make the notes from the lectures given by the coaching. Okay, you are doing right. You can give 1 hour every day, or 40 minutes is fine. Now you give the answer writing. You start with Google, start with beginning, just begin it. It has to be start. It has to start. I will give my first attempt in 2023, then when from. Read current affairs and newspaper. Even if you have to give in 2023, Anshika, Jyoti, I think it's good to have. What happens is sometimes there are such issues in the news that keep on following and form the base of current affairs even in 5 years down the line. So it's better to learn the current affairs and be thorough with and keeping updated yourself updated with the newspaper and current affairs. Even if you're giving in 2023, you should know right now also what is happening, so that in 2023 all this that you will know today will form a base. Am I clear, Anshika? Couldn't understand the current affairs point you were trying to make. Which point? Current affair points. Which one you didn't get? Shweta, Padma? If you're a beginner, you don't know anything at all, Abhishek Joshi, then you can write Google Sibi, Open Book Sibi. It's okay. I think I have already explained that. Okay, fine. How to prepare current affair notes again? I'm explaining. You should listen to the video, Shweta and Jashanpreet Kaur. Listen to the video first without focusing on. You have to jot down it in the paper. You don't have to write it. Don't focus on the video. Just listen with your eyes and your brain. Give everything, all the senses to what the teacher is telling you in the video or in the class about the current affair topic. Once you know the idea of that, you have absorbed it, you have enjoyed it. Don't take it like a burden that I have to do. Trust me, current affairs can be enjoyed very nicely. See what the teacher is telling you. So once the current affair is clear, then when you are seeing that video again, that is the time to look it with the eye, listen it with the brain and ear, and then you are writing also. It is forming a revision, like the best kind of revision, because you are enjoying it. Am I clear? Okay. Ayushi Raj is saying it is a vast ocean. That is what I'm saying. Understanding, I think coaching must not be pouring out a vast ocean on you. Trust the coaching, whatever they are telling you, do that only for current affairs. Take a basic newspaper, for example, it's Indian Express or The Hindu. Don't go for both. Follow one and only one. And then it is not necessary to go for every editorial. You can check the summary. This is the smart work. Check out the summary of editorial if you can't read the whole. because you're a beginner, because the editorial summaries are giving in a much refined and easy language. So you can start with those and then move to that portion. In the meantime, you should just, it's the idea of current affairs is to know what is happening around the world. You don't have to ratify. Again, अगर आप उसको समझेंगे कि मुझे सब कुछ रट लेना है तो आपको वास्ट ओशन ही लगेगा. But if you will start enjoying it because it's about the awareness, then आपको वो इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा और याद भी रहेगा. और in the meantime जो आपकी कोचिंग देगी उसको ले आप seriously. Praful Singh is asking English and maths in CSAT. Standard. I think 10th class that maths is enough. English, obviously, comprehension, आप practice करें. That is important. Demand of the question. I will tell you about the demand of the question. We will come to the do's Lokeshwar Sahu. Next is understanding the question's demand. And just because you said the fourth do's was understanding the demand of the question. So what does the demand means? So when we read the question, we have to see what the question is asking. Sometimes the questions seem very complicated. When in real, excuse me. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Understanding the demand of the question. See, the demand means when we read the question, this will come with experience again. At the same time, it will come only and only when you are using your full senses. If you are not hurrying up, if you are not having a curious mind, if you are not too anxious, that's why it's all the mind game. You have to be calm. You don't have to rush. Oh God, I have got so many questions and the time is so less. In that way, the mind will never understand what the question is. This is what the game is all about. You have to understand the question. Okay, what is actually the question asking? Sometimes it is twisted. So what needs to be done in that case, I am going to tell you in the later part of the lecture. Is this part clear? Is this part clear? Okay. You people are? Okay. So the next do's is, if, so for example, the question is very complicated. In that case, what we will do? We will break the questions into many parts. That way you will be able to understand what the question is actually asking. I can just give you an example right here only. Left-wing extremism is showing a downward trend, but still affects many parts of the country. Briefly explain the government of India's approach to counter the challenges posed by the left-wing extremism. So how do we do it? How do we understand what the question is actually asking you? So सबसे पहले what we can do is, left-wing is showing a downward trend. मतलब whatever was having with reference to the left-wing extremism in India, it is slowing down, which is a good thing also. So it is on the end stages. But this is the first part of the question. So we will write in the introduction about the left-wing extremism, and we will also write that recently it is going down, so that the demand of the question can be met in the intro. You are giving or briefing it with reference to what the question is about. Second part, but it still affects many parts of the country, but still it is there. It is not gone like totally. It is still there. So in the intro, we can give briefly about that. Okay, fine. Recently, this is happening, but in certain area, it is still there. Am I clear over here? Last part was briefly explain the government of India's approach to counter the challenges posed by left-wing extremism. Here, briefly, आपको कहानी नहीं लिखनी है. Briefly explain करना है कि government की approach क्या है to counter these challenges that are posed by left-wing extremism. So this is how the complicated question is turned into 3 parts. Then we have understood the demand of the 3 parts, and this question has become very easy. Is this fine to everyone? I expect a yes. People should write, I mean. Perfect. Okay. So this is done. Then the 6th point or the do's is Make framework of answer. Okay, fine. This is a very, very, very serious issue which is coming in the copies. There is no structuring and no framework. I see copies are writing out of context also. Sometimes the language is really poor. Sometimes it's like they were just eating food and writing the answer. Take it seriously. It reflects your personality, it reflects your dedication, and for your exam, it reflects how much this exam mean to you. And I'm still sure okay, the copies will still come. And again, in the next class, I'm going to lecture you people on not to do that. Please, please, please focus on giving a very good and nicely structured answer. It has to have heading, introduction, body, conclusion has to be there in the body. I expect headings and subheadings. I expect a very beautiful and neat answer. My own writing is not good, but then I write clear. So I'm not asking you to write beautifully. You cannot change your handwriting. But then there has to be a neatness level in that. There has to be a certain degree of neatness there. There has to be a structure. There has to be a framework with reference to the demand of the question. So this is the next do. I'm sure it is clear. The last do is follow your instinct, use your brain. Don't follow blindly any approach. This answer all your questions, which you people have been asking, ma'am, bullet point. Why, ma'am, this? Why social, economic? Don't follow. Use your instinct. You don't have to leave a page for a remark after every answer. You can, for a general remark, you can leave one page in the end. In the end, I will show you today. I'm going to show you UPSC answer page. This is how I expect you people to be. This is, can you people see me? Wait. Can you people see this? Can you all see this? Okay. So please do not write anything except for question number here. This is where you have to write the answer. You are not supposed to write on the margin. This is how the UPSC answer sheet will look like on the mains day. And this is candidate must not write on the margin. So here you can do the rougher. Here you can write only the question number, and here you have to write the answer. So suppose if you write here, same on the back sheet will be there. So you can leave this much in the last, after all the question is done, this portion you can leave for the remark. I will add the general remark, like what you have to do, because there's no such thing like in the first question someone is doing something and someone is doing something else in the other question. Am I clear? Okay, wait, let me see the questions. For 250 words, we have to cover 2.5 pages. See, in UPSC, you will be given a certain number of sheet. You can check that. The word limit will be given, the sheet will be given. You have to divide your content accordingly so that you can give all the time. Sometimes I see first two questions are done so nicely. Third question, you are not paying attention because you ran out of time. What is the point? You have to ensure you get answers in all 3 points. Am I clear? Is this clear? Any other question? Give some suggestion for the beginner, because full concept is not clear like NCERT mains books or notes. You have to understand NCERT basics first because you are a beginner. Okay. I think some issue is there. Just, yeah, I can see that. Wait. See, Meghanath Saha is asking, difficult to understand what actually question is asking. You will learn from your experience. I have told you just now, break the question into parts to understand what the question is actually asking. Specific means you have to understand what the question is asking. Like I said, left-wing extremism, for example, if I'm saying left-wing extremism is showing a downward trend but still affects many parts of the country. Briefly explain the government of India's approach to counter the challenges posed by left-wing extremism. Here, for example, if you start writing about, okay, what people are doing is left-wing extremism you will write all the issues, and you will start writing key general things that the government should do. And you will write everything you know about left-wing extremism. No, you have to talk with respect to, you can't write the background of left-wing extremism in such a question. Am I clear? Because the question is asking, it is showing a downward trend. So you have to talk with reference to current situation, that right now, currently, it is showing a downward trend. You don't have to go to the historical background of it, because the question is not asking you that. In so many sheets, I have already mentioned where the students are writing out of context. Am I clear? Is it clear? Full concept is not. Is this okay? Wait. Happy answer writing speed will come to you with practice. Shivajit Bhattacharya, suggestion for beginners. I told you NCERT pe you need to focus. Anonymous attendee is asking, difficulty to understand what actually question is asking. How can you overcome? I said, I told you the answer already, divide it into certain parts and understand the question. That time you have to be cool and not worried. Then you will understand the question. The question is never tough. It's our mind which is actually creating it into something very tough. Am I clear over here? Is there anything else? Okay. Oh, I can't see your, okay. Ma'am, it is difficult to understand what you have written in remark. That is because you people are not leaving me space to give the remarks. That's why I showed you this sheet. See, if you will follow this pattern and you will follow this sheet, I will give you a remark over here so that you can actually understand. Is it clear? Ma'am, I'm only getting remarks and not marks. That is not happening. I don't think so. Can you people listen to me? I can't see any message now. Okay. Ma'am, what about a question? Okay. We have no idea about exam. We should leave. Yeah, you should leave if you don't have any idea about it. But like I said, open the Google, research on it. This way you will learn something on your own. And that also will remain in your mind. That's why it's necessary to do it. Even if you don't know, search on Google, do it. But do it. Am I clear? So with this, the do's, don'ts, and this part is also done. Next part that I am going to take with you people is, okay, now very important thing I'm going to tell you. We will talk a little about directives. I told you in the beginning only, you don't have to focus it too much on it. But then still, because in the last, I expect few people would be still interested in knowing. So just to have a basic idea, and this way I will try to explain in the best way possible so that you know. Definitely you people will not learn it right now, because like I said, in the lecture, learning such thing is not possible. Sonam. Okay. It's not, no, it's not compulsory, but it's preferable. It's easier. You will get the questions, then you have to write below them. Okay, so we will start with the directives. First directive will be discuss. Today with my lecture, my aim will be that you can know it very basically, like, you know, it's not a class. Suppose we are having a friendly discussion. Take it just like any other like activity. Don't take it like a very important thing that हमें learn करना है, याद कर लेना है. Like I said in the beginning of the class, don't overemphasize. So take it easy with this thing. With the discuss, okay, discuss is something which requires an overall approach of a topic. Like you have to debate here about a certain topic, and you have to cover all the angles of that particular thing. You have to make a judgment about it. You have to debate about it. So with the discuss thing, always remember debate. You have to debate. You have to weigh both the sides of that particular debate or topic. And then you have to, while debating, you have to provide evidence also. That is a very important thing. Like, this is why I said, okay, don't focus too much, because you will get confused. Still, as a part of the lecture, I have to tell you this. That's why I'm explaining you. But ultimately, this will only and only come with answer writing practice. Still, I'm telling you people what is discuss. Discuss से हम अगर बेसिक याद रखें तो ये याद रख सकते हैं. डिस्कस है तो हमें सारे एंगल्स उसके कवर करने हैं. हमें, hello, am I audible to you people? Okay, with the discuss, you have to understand overall aspect. सारे एंगल्स आपको कवर करने हैं डिस्कस में. कोई भी मिस नहीं करना है. आपको डिबेट करनी है. डिस्कस से आप डिबेट याद रख लो. दैट इज अ इजी वे. जब आप डिबेट करोगे तो आपके जो पॉइंट्स आप रख रहे हो उसमें उसको एविडेंस के साथ आपको बैक करना है. एम आई क्लियर? एम आई क्लियर हियर? ओके ओके. डिस्कस के बाद हम आएंगे कमेंट पे. कमेंट नाम से पता चलता है, हम कहते हैं ना कि कमेंट करो यार मेरे, फॉर एग्जांपल फेसबुक की मेरी आईडी पे जाके कमेंट करो. ओके, वी आर, सिंस आई डोंट वांट इट टू बी लाइक एन एकेडमिक सेशन, बिकॉज मुझे नहीं लगता कि हम लर्न कर सकते हैं. सो व्हाई नॉट टू हैव अ फ्रेंडली कन्वर्सेशन. सपोज आई से कि प्लीज गो एंड चेक माय फेसबुक डीपी एंड कमेंट. सो कमेंट क्या निकलता है? कमेंट का मतलब है आपको जो लगता है कि उस फोटो के बारे में, जो आपने एक कोट पोस्ट किया है उसके बारे में आपके क्या व्यूज हैं, आप वो जाके लिखिए. सो हेयर आल्सो कमेंट का मतलब सेम ही है. कमेंट का मतलब यही है कि यू हैव टू गिव योर व्यूज. एम आई क्लियर ओवर हियर? एम आई क्लियर? ओके. तो डिस्कस का भी हम एग्जांपल बहुत बेसिक ऐसे ही ले सकते हैं. कैसे लेंगे? I am giving you a call to my friend. I'm calling and then I'm saying, यार घर आओ, ये डिस्कस करनी है तुमसे ये बात. तो जब डिस्कशन होता है तो क्या होता है? डिस्कशन होता है तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल, सपोज इट इज वेजिटेरियन वर्सेस नॉन वेजिटेरियन। तो डिस्कशन में क्या होता है, अगर आप या तो नॉन वेजिटेरियन हो तो आप अपनी बात को पॉइंट आउट करने के लिए कहोगे कि नो, अगर नॉन वेज में एनिमल्स आर हैविंग लाइफ, सेम इज द केस विद प्लांट्स, प्लांट्स भी तो लिविंग होते हैं। फिर आप वो बोस का एग्जांपल दोगे कि उन्होंने कहा था कि plants also have life. You are getting me? So this is how you are backing the evidence and you are putting your point. Am I clear with the discuss and comment thing? I don't think so. अब आप ये भूलेंगे कि कमेंट और डिस्कस में क्या डिफरेंस है। फेसबुक आईडी पे कमेंट करिए जाके, और डिस्कस करना है कि आप घर पे आओ और डिस्कस करो किसी चीज को। Am I clear over here? Very good, very good. Third point is elaborate. Elaborate. सपोज इसको भी हम एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं फ्रेंडली तरीके से। अगर मैंने आपको बोला कि अच्छा चलो कैंटीन, ओके, कल मैं आई एम गोइंग टू शॉपिंग एंड कल मुझे कुछ सामान लेना है अपने लिए, आप मेरे साथ चलो शॉपिंग पे। देन यू व्हाट यू विल से, कैन यू प्लीज इलेबोरेट, कितना टाइम लगेगा, मुझे डिटेल बताओ, क्योंकि आपका अपना भी शेड्यूल होगा। तो आप मुझसे कहेंगे हवा में बात मत करो, टेल मी, इलेबोरेट करके कि कहाँ जाना है, कैसे जाना है, कितना चलना है। So this is again the same elaborate. When we are asking you in UPSC to elaborate, it means हम कह रहे हैं हमें और डिटेल प्रोवाइड करो, more information than the basic information provide करो. So is this clear again? No, comment doesn't have to back with evidence. No, वहां पे मैं मेंशन कर देती, जो आपको बता रहे हैं आप उसको ही देखिए, ठीक है। ये सारे डायरेक्टिव्स डिफरेंट हैं। अभी भी आप लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, आप लोगों ने पर्ल ऑफ विजडम नहीं देखा, आप लोग क्यूरियस माइंड से आए हैं, अपने क्वेश्चंस निकाल रहे हैं। जो हम आपको बता चुके हैं आप सिर्फ उसी को सुन लें, उसी के बारे में क्वेश्चन पूछें। आप लोग आ रहे हैं कि कमेंट हैव टू बैक विद एविडेंस, मुझे बताना हो तो मैं बता देती कि एविडेंस को बैक करना है नहीं करना है। और दूसरा क्वेश्चन भी यही है कि ऑल डायरेक्टिव्स आर डिफरेंट, लेट मी कम टू द ऑल द डायरेक्टिव्स, देन यू विल नो अल्टीमेटली डू वी राइट पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव। अब सी इन इलैबोरेट, अगर मुझे जो मेंशन करना है आप सिर्फ उस पे फोकस करो, focus on whatever I am telling you, don't focus on your question. You guys are having a curious mind, just relax your mind, trust me, जितना मैं आपको बता रही हूँ उतना आपके लिए अभी के लिए आंसर राइटिंग में मोर देन इनफ है। और अगर ये सब होता तो मैं आपको ऐड कर देती। सो अभी जितना बता रही हूँ वो आंसर लिखने के लिए इनफ है। एम आई क्लियर ओवर हियर? शुड आई रिपीट इट अगेन? डिस्कस में क्या था, वेजिटेरियन वर्सेस नॉन वेजिटेरियन, यू आर बैकिंग विद एविडेंस योर अपनी डिबेट का, राइट? कमेंट का मैंने क्या एग्जांपल दिया था, फेसबुक पे आके आप, मैंने जो कोड डाला है उस पे आपके क्या व्यूज हैं वो आप डालिए, वो है कमेंट करना। थर्ड, इलेबोरेट मैंने कि शॉपिंग पे जाना है तो शॉपिंग पे जाना है, कितनी देर लगेगी, कहाँ जाना है, उसके बाद क्या करना है, डिटेल में आप मुझे बताइए। थोड़ी सी चीज काफी नई है तो मोर देन बेसिक आप प्रोवाइड करिए और डिटेल वे में करिए, वो इलेबोरेट हो गया। यहां तक हम क्लियर है? 3 डायरेक्टिव्स हमारे हो गए, डिस्कस, कमेंट एंड इलेबोरेट। फोर्थ पे हम आते हैं इवैल्यूएट, ठीक है। हमारे एग्जाम होते थे तो एग्जाम में जो आता था हम कॉपी चेक करते थे, इवैल्यूएटर आ रहा है, इवैल्यूएटर वो आके चेक करेगा कि कौन कितना कितना लिख रहा है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ठीक है। तो जब इवैल्यूएटर इवैल्यूएट करके जाता है और जाके कोई चीज रिपोर्ट करता है, अगर मुझे काइंड ऑफ डिटेक्टिव यू कैन से, मैं आ रही हूँ आपको डिटेक्ट करने, डिटेक्टिव हूँ मैं इवेलुएट करूंगी कोई सिचुएशन, या फिर मैं कॉपी भी आपकी इवेलुएट करती हूँ तो उसमें मैं क्या बताती हूँ, मैं मार्क्स देती हूँ मगर उसके पीछे रीजंस भी देती हूँ। सो इन द यूपीएससी मेंस में इवेलुएट इज सेम, you have to mark your view with examples and evidence to a certain extent. Am I clear? Am I clear over here? 4 डायरेक्टिव्स हो गए हमारे। इवैल्यूएट के बाद क्रिटिकली इवैल्यूएट जब पूछेगा तो क्रिटिकली इवैल्यूएट में आपको प्रोज एंड कॉन्स दोनों लिखने हैं। अगर आपको एविडेंस प्रोवाइड करना है और उसके बाद अपने एग्जांपल्स भी देने हैं कि एग्जांपल्स के साथ, क्योंकि मैंने इवैल्यूएट किया है तो मैं क्या करूंगी, मैं कहूंगी तुम्हारा ये आंसर सही नहीं है। तो क्यों नहीं है, तो मैं ये भी बताऊंगी कि कैसे सही किया जाता है। तो वो इवेल्युएशन होता है। सो क्रिटिकली इवेल्युएट करना होगा तो मैं आपके पॉजिटिव्स भी बताऊंगी, हाँ भाई आपकी आंसर राइटिंग में ये अच्छी चीज है और वो बुरी है। सो वो क्रिटिकल इवेल्युएशन हो जाएगा। ये विद दिस फिफ्थ पॉइंट हो गया क्रिटिकल इवेल्युएशन। Class, you people need to be active. Please tell me, is it clear? All the 5 directive, yes or no? I want reply from maximum people. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Priyanka Kohli, you are asking me why or what? Okay, yes, co-op, you were looking. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I should write. Okay. Evaluate, Sonam. Evaluate means you have to, for example, if I'm giving you an evaluation, I'm evaluating something. तो मैं आपको सिर्फ मार्क्स हवा में नहीं दे सकती, आई हैव टू टेल यू रीजंस आल्सो कि व्हाई आपके कम घटे हैं मार्क्स, आपके आपने ये किया है और ऐसे नहीं ऐसे होगा, तो मुझे ऐसे होगा एक एग्जांपल देके बताया ना मैंने आपको। तो आपको एग्जांपल और एविडेंस देना पड़ता है मार्क अपने अपने व्यूज को मार्क करने के लिए कि मुझे लगता है कि आपको कम नंबर मिलने चाहिए, तो उसके साथ मुझे एग्जांपल देके बताना पड़ता है कि क्यों आपको मिलने चाहिए। तो दैट इज इवैल्यूएशन। और जब मैं आपके पॉजिटिव्स और नेगेटिव्स दोनों बताऊंगी ये अच्छा क्या है और बुरा क्या है, वो क्रिटिकल इवैल्यूएशन होगा। विद दिस वी आर मूविंग टू द सिक्स्थ डायरेक्टिव व्हिच इज एग्जामिन। एग्जामिन क्या होता है? एग्जामिनेशन। हम इसका एग्जांपल लेंगे, हम हमारा जो एग्जामिनेशन है यूपीएससी, ठीक है, यूपीएससी एग्जाम है, तो उसमें हम क्या करते हैं, हम इन्वेस्टिगेट करेंगे, हम सब कुछ करेंगे, मगर जहां भी एग्जामिन वर्ड आ जाता है वहां पे हमारा मतलब होता है गो डीप। जैसे कि डिस्कस में गो ब्रॉड, सारे एंगल्स कवर कर लो। एग्जामिन मींस यू हैव टू गो डीपर इनटू द मेन इशू ओनली, नॉट एवरीथिंग। जो मेन इशू है उसको डिग डीप करिए आप। सो दैट इज एग्जामिन, यू हैव टू इंस्पेक्ट इन डिटेल। ठीक है, इज दिस ओके? यूपीएससी एग्जाम है, प्री काफी नहीं होता, मेंस भी लेता है, फिर इंटरव्यू में भी आपको चेक करता है, तो आपको वो डिटेल में चेक कर रहा है, इसी से याद रखिए एग्जामिन, राइट? ओके, नेक्स्ट इज एनालाइज। ओके, मैं एग्जामिन के बाद एनालाइज पे क्यों आई? बिकॉज एग्जामिन इज जस्ट लाइक एनालाइज इज लाइक एग्जामिन ओनली, बट एग्जामिन के भी फर्दर डीप में जाना। वो कैसे? एग्जामिन जो है, जब एग्जामिन लिखा होगा क्वेश्चन में, तो वो जो मेन टॉपिक है आपको सिर्फ उसी को इवेलुएट करना है, उसी को एग्जामिन करना है, सॉरी, उसी के डीप में जाना है। बट एनालाइज वर्ड जहां भी आएगा वहां पे आपको क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होगा ही, क्योंकि एनालाइज करने के लिए क्या है, मतलब वो बहुत सिंपल नहीं है तभी एनालाइज किया जा रहा है। तो आप उसको क्वेश्चन को डिसमेंटल करेंगे इनटू मेनी पार्ट्स और हर पार्ट को अंदर एग्जामिन करेंगे। मतलब एक एनिमल है, फॉर एग्जांपल इंसेक्ट है, और मैंने आपसे कहा कॉकरोच को इंस्पेक्ट करके मुझे जनरल कॉकरोच का बता दो, तो आपने एग्जामिन और मैं एनालाइज में डिफरेंस बता रही हूँ। तो कॉकरोच को आपने मुझसे कहा उसका हेड होता है, उसका इतने लेग्स होते हैं, उसकी ये बॉडी होती है, हेड थॉरैक्स एब्डोमेन, ऐसे करके जनरल बता दिया, उसी की डीप में चले गए कॉकरोच की। बट एनालाइज में अगर मैंने कहा है कि एनालाइज करो उसे, तो आप उसकी टांग अलग तोड़ोगे, उसका पेट अलग काटोगे, हेड अलग काटोगे, और उन सब के अंदर जा जाके के लेग्स ऐसी हैं, हेड ऐसा है। So is this clear, the difference between analyze and examine? Conclusion, it's obvious conclusion will be the same, but it depends again on the question. Conclusion has nothing to do with the directive, it has to be with the theme of the question and the demand of the question. Do you get it, Shweta Padma? ओके, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड। विद दिस अगर हम इसी के तरीके से क्रिटिकली एनालाइज को क्या करेंगी आप, उसमें आप फेयर जजमेंट दे देंगी के पॉजिटिव्स और नेगेटिव्स भी। अब इसमें मैं कॉकरोच के एग्जांपल नहीं दे सकती, मगर इसमें मैं दूसरा एग्जांपल दे सकती हूँ जो आई एम श्योर यू पीपल अंडरस्टैंड है। क्रिटिकल तो आप लोग समझते ही हो। With this we will come to the last and the ninth one, which is illustrate. Okay, illustrate का अगर मैं एग्जांपल दूं, illustrate मैं आपसे कहूंगी, ओके मैंने आपसे एक बात कही, मैंने आपसे कहा you people have to answer the demand of the question, तो आप मुझसे क्या कहोगे? मैम ये डिमांड क्या है, इसको प्रॉपरली समझाएंगी, एक्सप्लेन करेंगी, क्लियर करेंगी हमें? सो हियर यू पीपल आर आस्किंग मी टू इलस्ट्रेट। सो इलस्ट्रेट का मतलब है किसी भी चीज को जो कि आपने हवा में बताई है उसको क्लियर करिए, इलस्ट्रेट करके, मतलब उसको डिफाइन करके, उसका हाउ व्हाई ऑल द डायमेंशन एक्सप्लेन करिए, एक्सप्लिसिट होना उसके बारे में, दैट इज इलस्ट्रेट। एम आई क्लियर? Am I clear with the illustrate? Then Rashi, I will come to critically analyze. Okay. Illustrate is also clear. All the 9 directive is clear. Rashi, you are asking me critically analyze. Analyze आपने कर लिया, ठीक है? कॉकरोच के सारे टांग वांग सब तोड़ के उसको फर्दर एनालाइज, उसको हर पार्ट को अंदर डिग डीप किया। मगर यहाँ पे आप उसके पॉजिटिव्स भी देंगे और नेगेटिव्स भी देंगे किसी भी टॉपिक के बारे में। जैसे कॉकरोच को हटा के अगर हम देख लें, फॉर एग्जाम्पल महात्मा गांधी की फिलॉसफी की बात हो गई अगर, तो महात्मा गांधी की सारी फिलॉसफी अलग अलग तरीके की अगर थी तो आप उन सबको अलग अलग डिवाइड करोगे, उन सबके बारे में एक्सप्लेन करोगे, मगर अच्छी वाली अलग बताओगे और आपको हाईलाइट करनी है जो उनकी नेगेटिव फिलॉसफीज थी वो भी। दैट इज कि आपको फेयर जजमेंट करना है, सिर्फ तारीफों से काम नहीं चलेगा। यू हैव टू बी ऑनेस्ट, यू हैव टू बी फेयर। एम आई क्लियर ओवर हियर विद ऑल द डायरेक्टिव्स class? Am I clear? Okay, okay. So I have explained you people the do's, don'ts, pearl of wisdom, how to write answer. UPSC की शीट भी मैंने बता दिया आप लोगों को। मुझे ऐसे ही आंसर चाहिए आप लोगों से। I want a very good result of mains from all you people. Hopefully, inshallah. अब मैं आपको कुछ 2-3 क्वेश्चंस बता रही हूँ सैंपल के तौर पे। एक तो मैं आपको लेफ्ट विंग एक्सट्रीमिज्म का एग्जांपल में दे चुकी हूँ, दूसरा मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल दे रही हूँ, नॉर्थ ईस्ट सफर फ्रॉम वायलेंट मूवमेंट बेस्ड अपॉन ethnic identities leading to clashes. Discuss the role played by non-state actor in leading to the current condition of the region. तो अब जब हम पढ़ते हैं तो हमें लगता है ओ माय गॉड, नॉर्थ ईस्ट के बारे में तो मैंने पढ़ा ही नहीं था, नॉन स्टेट एक्टर होते ही क्या है? मैं बता रही हूँ स्टूडेंट का माइंड, आई नो ऑल दीज थिंग्स, और हमें लगता है ये टफ बड़ा क्वेश्चन है। उसको पार्ट में ब्रेक कर ले। पहला पार्ट है नॉर्थ ईस्ट सफर करता है वायलेंट मूवमेंट से बेस्ड अपॉन एथनिक आइडेंटिटीज लीडिंग टू क्लैशेस, मतलब अलग अलग एथनिक आइडेंटिटीज हैं नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लोगों में, उनमें आपस में क्लैश होते हैं, उसकी वजह से वायलेंट मूवमेंट होते हैं। एक ये हो गया। तो अब आप इंट्रोडक्शन में इसी के बारे में लिखेंगे, समथिंग विच विल रिफ्लेक्ट, और अगर रिसेंट में न्यूज में उस टाइम पे कोई वायलेंट एथनिक हुए हैं, बिकॉज यूपीएससी मोस्टली ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछता है तो कुछ ना कुछ हुआ होता है, दैट्स व्हाई करंट अफेयर इज इंपॉर्टेंट। लेट मी कंप्लीट एन एग्जांपल फर्स्ट, देन आई विल आंसर धीरज गवार। उससे पहले आप लोग अभी और क्वेश्चन मत पूछिएगा। सो अभी आप इंट्रोडक्शन में ऐसे एक्सप्लेन करोगे, फिर आप उसको डिस्कस, अब द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग डिस्कस, अभी मैंने बताया था you have to debate, you have to put your point, but you have to back it with the evidence also. So you have to discuss a role played by non-state actors in leading to the current condition of the region. Okay, whatever the situation is right now, so what is usme jo whatever the current situation that is happening, usme non-state actors का क्या रोल है, you have to explain that. बॉडी में आपको मान लें अगर आपको नॉन स्टेट एक्टर्स के 2-3 एग्जांपल्स पता है तो, और सबकी डिटेल्स लिखनी है, तो सब हेडिंग वहां आ जाती है, ठीक है। और उसके बाद कंक्लूजन में आप सजेशन कर सकते हो ऐसे क्वेश्चंस में कि हाँ भाई गवर्नमेंट को और ऐसा करना चाहिए कि बेहतर हो जाए, या फिर अगर आपको सजेशन नहीं लगता सब कुछ परफेक्ट चल रहा है कुछ क्वेश्चंस में, तो आप लिख सकते हो कि हाँ दिस हैज डन अ गुड जॉब, और उसकी वजह से ऐसे ही चलते रहे तो फॉरवर्ड आगे जाके हमारा ऐसा कुछ हो जाएगा, समथिंग इंडिया ऑफ आवर ड्रीम मिल जाएगा. इट हैज टू बी ऑलवेज बैलेंस्ड एंड इट हैज टू बी, don't make it into negative one. That is very important point. So now I'll take the question, can we get our practice answers checked from provided email? I don't get it. Dheeraj Gawali, what is this question? Can we get our practice answer checked? Which email? So you are getting it checked, right? Right now also? You are getting it checked or not from the institute? Mr. Arvind, he will tell you the answer to this question, I think, better. In mains, okay. Let me see Abhishek Joshi in answer writing. In writing answers on opinion-based questions, while mentioning facts, I always get away from the point and sometimes it seems facts not supporting my opinion. So please tell me how to write. This is what I think, Abhishek, if you will go back to the lecture and say it again, I have explained framework thing. So, okay, fine. This is one step. Everyone listen to it very carefully. When you read the question, give 1 minute, try to understand the demand of the question. Divide the question if it's complicated into parts, understand it. Then based on that, like I said introduction में कि मतलब मैंने अभी आपको एग्जांपल दिया था कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट वाला कि हमें इंट्रो में कैसे क्या लिखना है वो हमें पता चल गया रीड करके क्वेश्चन को. सो उस तरीके से एक रफ स्केच बना लीजिए. इंट्रोडक्शन में 1 वर्ड लिख दीजिए, मैं ये लिखूंगा. बॉडी के अंदर आप सब हेडिंग, जैसे मैंने अभी कहा था कि अगर नॉन स्टेट एक्टर्स अलग अलग हैं तो हेडिंग के अंदर भी ये नॉन स्टेट एक्टर हेडिंग होगी, उसके अंदर 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 सब हेडिंग्स हो जाएंगी और उनके अंडर बुलेट पॉइंट्स में आप लिख दोगे और कंक्लूजन के अंदर आप कुछ और लिख दोगे. ये फ्रेमवर्क है. यू डोंट हैव टू राइट इंट्रो, यू डोंट हैव टू राइट बॉडी, बट एक अंडरस्टूड फ्रेमवर्क बना लेंगे आप, फिर उसके फ्लो में चलते चले जाओगे. इज दैट क्लियर टू यू मिस्टर अभिषेक जोशी एंड टू एवरीवन एल्स आल्सो? Anything else you guys want to ask? Is there anything else? Am I loud and clear over here? Internal security copies also you will get on Monday. I'll be sending it today to Mr. Arvind. And one thing, how to avoid distractions, Akash. See, till the time you are finding this thing as a burden, you will get distracted. The day you will actually start loving it by heart, trust me, Akash, you won't have any distractions. So there is no other option other than loving what you are doing. You have to love this preparation. You have to enjoy this preparation. Then this will be a distraction. This will never have any distraction. In fact, it will keep you distracted from every other thing. This is how the life goes. Am I clear, Mr. Akash? Ajay, you can go for 2 subjects a day. Good. Acha, one thing I would like to tell you people, Mr. Arvind, you can ask him something very important. Yes, I have to tell you people, all the class, all the batches, there is a topic of Keshav Nanda Bharti case. How many of you people have read about it? Just say yes or no. Keshav Nanda Bharti case of policy. Okay. Not in detail, exactly. The thing is this, you will find it in multiple questions, in multiple topics, and in multiple places. This case will keep coming for references of other issues, multiple issues, because it covered multiple. So how to actually understand a subject and how to actually read and how to make notes and how to actually study for this and to help you all in making your complicated and complex journey of civil services a cakewalk for all of you people, I have made a small video on Keshav Nanda Bharti case, that how it actually need to be understood. This link Arvind sir will be providing you on Monday. Don't ask him for it today or tomorrow. You will get it on Monday. It will cover each and everything with respect to that Keshav Nanda Bharti case. And I would like you all to give a feedback of that particular video to Mr. Arvind on how you find that lecture. Because I hope that it will also please me to know that yes, I have eased the journey of you people and now you know how to go for a particular subject. Am I clear? On Monday, you will get that link from sir, you will ask him for it, and then you will give a feedback on Tuesday or Monday itself. Is it clear? Jatin, why are you saying no? I don't get it. Jatin and Mangraj Malik, why you are saying no? You didn't get it? Jatin and Mangraj? So is it clear to you people now? Okay. So I would like for you people to, and I would want everyone should see that. Abhishek Joshi, yes ma'am, got it. But how I develop answer writing? Writing light and clear, maybe because of lack of clarity in thoughts. Abhishek Joshi, you are a beginner. Keep practicing. You will see the change in yourself and the feedback. But trust me, what you need to do for now is focus on the feedback that you are getting. And feedback is very important, not just to listen to it and see it. You have to work on it also. You have to make sure you improve with every test. Am I clear? Okay, fine. So on Monday also you will get that Keshav Nanda thing. And then on Tuesday, I want the feedback also. With this, I would wind up the class. How much pages we have to write in? 150 to 250 words. That you have, that depends on your writing. Sonam, that depends on your writing. You have to see it through your writing. Maybe you are writing small alphabets, then maybe it will need just 1 page. For people writing in big, it will require 1.5 or 2. That will be mentioned to you. We can take a separate class for the essay because we are already running out of time for now. I think for the mains answer writing, everything is clear. Is it clear? Okay. Okay, class. I will expect you all to learn from this class, and I would expect better answers in the next class. Promise me. And on Monday, take the link from Arvind sir. Have a good day and enjoy your weekend and take less stress. It's just a journey. Don't be nervous. Everything will be fine. We are here to help you. You see this video again, Mangraj Malik, and you can get all the answers on writing answer for the mains. Is it clear? Have a good day. Okay.